Time Miller, Bald A-hole here, you know the deal now, when I'm outside walking with a camera, and I just want to get into it today, because I'm mad. Not really mad, like joke YouTube mad. But this always happens every year in January 2022. People start going to the gym, and people start getting in shape, and that's absolutely awesome. Then the people that are already going to the gym and already getting in shape from nowhere start posting all of these pictures and all of these videos of them at like 3:30 in the morning, or them in a cold gym. I don't know why the gym is cold and stuff like this, and it's always like, oh, you know, look what I did, aren't I great, rah rah rah, you know, we need to go the extra mile to get this stuff done. And seriously, if you are doing that, mad respect to you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. If you can sort of push through those life barriers, I suppose, and find a way to get a workout in, you're kicking ass. Like, it's gonna be a really hard thing to do, especially when momentum's lacking and you do wake up and it's dark. We all know this, right? How much easier is it to go to work in the summer than it is in December, January? Because sunshine just does something nice to our brains. I mean, look at me right now. Crazy bird. Look at me right now wearing a hat. I don't wear a hat in the summer. I get way too hot, but now it's cold, so I can reintroduce the hats. But the problem with all this is, what happens is, I mean, it's mostly Instagram people. I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly on Instagram. It falls into this idea of what's your excuse, right? What's your excuse? Why didn't you go to the gym? You're a bad person. Negative. And because we have just got into the start of a brand new year and people want to start getting in shape, and you know, it's on a lot of people's New Year's resolutions list, they see this, they get intimidated by it. They also then think that they need to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning and doing squats or runs or whatever the hell it is. And they think, well, I don't want to do this. This sounds terrible, this sounds awful. And this stereotype that getting in shape and being fit and going to the gym, whatever the hell you're going to do, is just nothing but horrible hard work. It chases them away, as it probably would do. Like, if I decide I want to learn, I don't know, French tomorrow, but the teacher says, okay, well, I can teach you French, but at the same time I'm going to smack you on the head with a kendo stick. I'm like, I don't want to be smacked on the head with a kendo stick. As much as I'd love to learn French, because it'd be cool, I could go to France and speak the language, if I have to have a massive bruise on my bald skull every time, I think I'll pass. And that's the same thing with the gym. And if you're uneducated when it comes to the fitness palace of love, you're just going to see these big jacked people and go, well, they must have got there because they're doing all these things that you don't want to do. Now, there's always sacrifices. I'm not saying there's not sacrifices. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you have to be dedicated. I'm not saying you don't have to put in the work. You need to do all of those things, but it can be fun and it can be enjoyable. And this is why I hate the fitness industry the most, because they prey on this idea, right? Not everybody, but a lot of companies and a lot of supplements do this. They prey on this idea that they will invent something that will make getting in shape and getting jacked, or having abs, or having a great deltoid, whatever the hell it would be, they will find a way that you can do it in half the time and barely not have to put any effort in. And it never works. And it never works, but of course you're going to give it a go, because it's always two ends of the spectrum. It's either, here's super duper easy workout that you can do in your bed and just rolling around, like, I'm not talking about sex, not being that guy, or you've got to be up at 3:30 in the morning, you're not allowed to have any food that you want, and you have to eat 1 pea a day. Neither of these are good options. And if you want to go to one of these extremes, you can. And well, it's going to work out better if you do the hardcore extreme, of course, but it is not essential. It is not essential. You can just live your normal life, and you can have a healthy diet, and you can just go to the gym in the day whenever the hell it suits you. And that's what I want to get across, because nobody ever says this, and I totally get that too, because a lot of people wear their health and fitness as almost an affectation. You know, it's their thing. I'm the muscly guy, I'm the workout guy, and I've done that in my life, of course I have, but I've never projected it onto others. But they should do too. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but they take pride in the fact that they can find this passion, they can find this momentum, they can find this way to plow through no matter what. But that doesn't mean it has to be you. I mean it. You can get up, you can have a nice breakfast, you can go to your job, then you can go to the gym for 45 minutes and just have a nice session. I'm not saying you don't have to push it. And of course, if you're truly looking to add musculature to your frame, then you've got to be doing progressive overload, and you've got to be intense, and you've got to be lifting heavier and heavier weights to a point, or doing more and more reps. You know, there has to be that progression. There has to be this evolution. But I see it all the time. You see these crazy posts that make it sound like health and fitness is for a very specific set of individuals, and everybody gives up. And I don't want people to give up. My new aim in life, it's not really, because this is like impossible, but something that I am very passionate about, I suppose, is that everybody on this planet, look, here we are, we'll spin round, finds a way that they can go to the gym or whatever the hell their thing's going to be. And no, you're not going to enjoy it every single day. I mean, you know, you can be a big movie buff, but one day you wake up and you think, oh, I don't really watch a movie today. That's just how the human brain works. But it's not an all or nothing. Like, it's really not all nothing. And that's why I've titled this video, you don't need to go to the gym. I mean, you should go to the gym, but more importantly, you should want to go to the gym. That's the key. Find what works for you. Even if it is sort of, what the hell is that? Crazy stuff on the floor. It's like someone's been killed. I don't think anyone's been killed. Obviously, I'd ring the police. But find your way. That's what I'm saying. And certainly don't feel like you have to punish yourself when you see one of these posts and think, well, I'm not, you know, at that level. You don't have to be. It can just be something that you do. Like anything else, you don't have to give up things you don't want to give up. I mean, maybe eventually you will have to. Like maybe once you do get into it and you start looking at yourself in the mirror, you think, okay, well, I've lost a little bit of weight and I've put on a little bit of size. Now I want to get to that next level. Well, it's like anything in life. If you're trying to get more out of something, you've got to put more into it, right? It always comes with that kind of a balance. Too many people message me on Instagram, cheap plug, at Simon the 316 with these crazy posts going, do I actually have to get up at 3:30 and go running? I mean, you can do, but you can also cannot do. And it may not even fit into your day to day. What you don't want to do is you don't want to ruin your social relationships or your professional relationships, which may sound nuts, but people do that. Some people get so obsessed with it, they go way down the wrong path. And what I would rather see is a post of somebody in the gym or doing whatever, saying, man, I did this today. I mean, you'd never fit this in the word count if you did it on Twitter, but I did this today. You know, it required a lot of self-pushing, whatever the right word is. Self-pushing is not a thing, but it required a lot of dedication on my end. But don't forget, you don't have to do it, right? It's not essential. I think once you start getting into the gym, you forget about the people that don't go to the gym. And they're trying to learn, and they're trying to understand what's happening. And if we feed them all this, well, frankly, I don't want to say stupid information, but nuts information all the time, they'll just quit and they'll never learn that there is this other side. And I'm not at the moment because I'm still sort of getting back into it after everything that's been going on. But, you know, I consider myself somewhat of a gym rat, and I consider myself to be someone that will, you know, get up in the morning and go early, or if I know I've got some kind of work I've got to do, I'll make sure I adjust my schedule in order to get it in. But I would never push that on somebody else, because I think as soon as you push that on somebody else, you're just going to stress them out. And in 2022 especially, if you stress someone out, that's it. They're done. They're going to walk away, and that's not what we want. We want more people in the fitness palace of love, not less people in the fitness palace of love. So, if you just want to go in the middle of the day and do your thing, do your thing. Eat well. Give up fizzy drinks for a while. Don't have what you already know to be unhealthy food for a week. That's great. That's amazing. That's better than what you did the week before if you just eat pizzas every 7 days. All these things should be celebrated, and I'm going to celebrate them right now on this wintry day. So I don't really know why I felt the need to rant about this right here, right now on a Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the hell it is. It always seems to happen more when January rolls around. And I don't know what it is. And I know that people all of a sudden feel like they're doing things wrong, because like I say, I don't know why you talk to me about it. I appreciate the fact you talk to me about it, but I don't know why you do. So you help me, I guess, too, because I've made this video now, and I will put it up as I come to the end of my 10,000 steps. And then another thing, right? Sometimes in the comments in these videos, people go, oh, Simon, should I be doing 10,000 steps? Yeah, you should, because it's good for you. Do you have to? Nope. Absolutely not. You are still going to be able to find your way by not doing 10,000 steps a day. I only started doing 10,000 steps a day 2-3 years more than I started doing my bodybuilding contest. Was that 2017? And my trainer at the time said, look, it's just going to help you out loads. And it does. And I like it. It's good to get outside. Sometimes you kind of forget to go outside because, well, especially after the pandemic, and you're in your house all the time. But I would never tell you that you're not going to be able to achieve your dream physique because you don't do 10,000 steps a day. But then saying that, you're not going to be able to achieve your dream physique anyway. Greg Doucette has talked about this many a time. Whatever your dream physique is, one, it's probably not realistic, but also two, once you get it, you won't realize you've got it, because the first day you pick up a weight, as I go into the back cave here, is the last day you're ever going to be happy with your body. And I know that's a juxtaposition, but it's true. There we go, some weird rant by me. Please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the bell ding ding. It's not other videos going live. There is another video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Write whatever you want in the comment section. YouTube likes it for the algorithm, therefore I like it. Good fitness supplements that I genuinely think will help you with your goals. GorillaMind.com/Simon. Use the code Simon to get 10% off. Just my opinion. Don't have to trust me or anything like that. Also in Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook. Again, I think it's a good way to have a sustainable diet, because we try to come up with sort of nice meals that you can enjoy. Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, Cameo, merchandise, it's all down there. If you watch this video and you want to support me, well, the best way you can support me is by subscribing. But if you want to give me some money, I suppose that's a good way to do it while also getting something back. I'm now back at my house. Time to get back to work. This was a nice break up in my day. See you soon.